This is my annual video about my preset bank. So in this video I'm gonna show you what is inside. We're gonna go through all the presets, so like this you can have a good idea of what you can expect. And finally I will show you a few tips here and there to really personalize each preset and how you can really quickly make them your own. Alright, so let's go into Ableton. Alright, so you got 116 presets. They all come in 3 versions. So you will have the ARC file, which basically allows you to, when you click on the preset, to have a preview of it. But the great thing about ARC file is that you can just drag and drop it into Ableton and it creates a new MIDI track with the preset, the MIDI clip, and also the automation of the MIDI clip if you got one. This is basically an instrument rack, and if you open it, you can see that you have your wavetable and all the effects. And the great things about instrument rack is that you also have this 8 macro here, where you can quickly either modulate the sound, for example, if you want to evolve the filter during the track. But you can also kind of shape your sound. So for example, here I could reduce the attack to 0 and get something pluckier. You have the decade, you can evolve the track. So you have some parameters which are more like to kind of make the sound evolve during the track. You have some parameter which is more like to kind of make it your own way. For example, you have this fold where can quite change the sound a lot. And I often have the effect as well straight up there, because sometimes if you want to apply your own delay or reverb, you can just shut them down and you have a more dry version of the preset. Now, if you want a very dry version, I also have the preset dry, which is basically just the Ableton Wavetable preset without any effect. So that means like even if you had distortion or chorus or whatever, you don't have this effect at all. And finally, you have the wet version, which is the instrument track basically. So this basically, the difference between the LC is that you don't have the MIDI clip coming with, and you cannot really preview it. Now you also have all the MIDI file related to each preset. So this is to kind of give you an idea how the preset could sound. But yeah, it's great as well to experiment trying different MIDI with different presets. That's something you can do. Now you have complementary drum loops. This is something I use to make the demo. So like this, you can have an idea how the pack sound. So I just usually put them with the pack. It's like kind of a complementary drum loop. It's mainly just kick drum and hats. Then you have construction kit. Basically, these are like the mini demos, the mini track I've made to kind of showcase the pack. So for example, you have this. So this is a great way to show you, like, for example, which preset is gonna work well together. It's also great to kind of get inspired, because you have, okay, you wanna make a track in this style, so maybe you can go pick up some of these presets. Now you have our audio loops. So this is basically the audio printed from the MIDI clip plus the preset. This is more like to kind of show off a preset. But this is helpful if, for example, you got some hardware or you want to use some of the sound into a sampler. You have direct access to audio loops. Nothing crazy, but it's good to have them. And I'm going to actually use them to have a listen to all the presets. We're going to go through all the presets now, showing you a short snippet of each preset. So we have some arcs first. We have 4 of them. Bass sound. Very stereo. Something with bass is that often you can take any preset and just apply an extra low pass filter, and they kind of work well as a sub layer. And even you can like pitch them an octave down. You have a few chords, like almost Carboner style a little. More like kind of classic. Then we have horn sound. So this is basically what you will put usually during your drop, like at the beginning of the drop, this kind of almost cinematic horn. So pretty cool for the drop, but sometimes as well you can put it here and there during your track. That work well. Especially some horn, they have like a direct attack, and you can actually add a bit of attack to have a sound coming crescendo up and then down, and that can be great as well for transition or anything else. Some more like keys sound for melodies and leads. It's kind of brassy sound, more like kind of plucky. This one is one of my favorite. This kind of classic vibrato keys. So you have different types of keys. We have the one where you play more chords and chord progression. You will have the one which is more like I use it as a single note to kind of create these hypnotic feelings. You have some which are you're gonna more create like melodies or like kind of a lead sound. Then after you have a few powered sound which gonna this one is one of my favorite sound as well. Very good. It's almost like a synth sound. I put it as a pad, but kind of. Almost like a organ sound. All right, then we have a stab. So different type of stab. Then we have synth, which sound like this. So these are more like maybe peak time, but for sure if you slow it down you can use it for melodic techno. This one as well. Almost this is like a SFX, it's like a rising synth. Perfect for like build up. So now a few tips how to quickly make your own. So the best way is to go to the source or to Wavetable. So the great things about Wavetable is you have this kind of effect mode that you can select here. You have FM, classic, modern, and with warp and fold, you see sometimes I assign it to the macro so you can straight up modify the sound from the macro. But this is a really great way to quickly change the sound. Like a lot of stab and stuff, you can really like just in an instant change the sound just with the fold, and it still sounds good. One thing I recommend to do is, for example, a synth like this where it is in mono, you can quickly obviously make it poly, just clicking there, and now you can play with chord. Now we're gonna remove the harp. One thing I recommend as well is a lot of bass preset, using them as basically not a bass but a keys or lead. For example, this bass sound, which is usually more for bass. If you play it octave upper, totally usable. And yeah, that's it for today. So this is a great way to support me. I will put the link in the description if you wanna grab it. If you wanna listen to the demo, I will put the link in the description as well. You can have access on my website or on SoundCloud. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.